Alright y'all, so today I'm gonna show y'all how to take out this glove box. I actually have to replace the HVAC programmer behind here. Show this right quick. Not many videos on this particular vehicle. Hope y'all can see that. So I took everything out of my glove box. The only thing left is the owner's manual. So if you take out the owner's manual, there's a Torx screw right here. This is either a T15 or a T20. I want to say it's a T20. But it's either one of those. Not hard to come out. Take that one out. There's another one on this side right below your trunk and your fuel door buttons. Also, I disconnected the power to the battery. That's why my light is on. Because I knew I'd be in here with the door open quite a bit. If you look right here where it latches, there's one right next to it right there. And I did not take off the actual glove box door. You can. There's 4 Phillips screws that hold it on. But just to do this, you can sneak the glove box out without taking the door off. So I didn't take the door off. And then you want to open your fuse compartment. And there's one right there. My hands are in the way of the light, but see, you guys can see that. That's a weird angle. I got the door, the fuse box door, the glove box door, but take that out. Then once you get that out, I usually just kind of reach up here where the hinge goes back behind, and it kind of snaps in a little bit, but should come right out. Tip it out towards you. Wiggle it a little bit, lift your door a little bit, and you'll be able to get your glove box out. And then once you have your glove box out, you can see down in here and get to your computers and whatever else you might need to get to down in here. So now that you got your glove box removed, now what you want to do is get you some light, because you ain't gonna be able to see nothing. I'm just gonna set my light down in there. Hopefully you guys can see okay. So what we want to take out is this right here, this black box right here. So if you look right there, now you could use a T20 for that, or a T15. It's one of the two. Well, first let me show you this. So what happened to mine is, this is the arms position in the all the way cold. So it's all the way to the left. Since I couldn't find one of these right away, because it's hard to find these cars in the junkyard, you gotta look for parts online, etc., etc. What I did is you just simply lift that out of there, and this actuates your blend door. So you hear that moving? On the other end of this rod is hooked to your blend door. So if you move your blend door all the way to the right, that's on max heat. If you move it all the way to the left, that's on max cold. So basically what this motor does, newer cars have blend actuator motors. It's just a little motor, and you know, when you turn your temperature on your dash, it actuates this. Well, this does the same thing, but it's just a lot more complicated. It's vacuum actuated, and it's got electricity going through it, and it's just a really sophisticated thing. I mean, for this age of vehicle, and it's really just kind of a pain in the ass, kind of. But and they're hard to find. So in case you can't find one or whatever, let's say your AC works, just push your arm all the way to the left. You'll still have AC. You put your glove box and everything back, but you won't be able to change the temperature and move this arm. If you want it on all the way heat, pull it all the way to the right, you'll get heat. That's what I did for the winter months, and my heat was working fine. But I was able to get one of these, so now it's time to fix it. Now you can rebuild these. The little motors that go on the inside of there are kind of pricey. It's another pain in the ass kind of thing. So that is what it is. But to get this out isn't really all that tricky. Now if you look way back there, you see that little hole back there? Somebody's been in here before, because I've never taken this out, but there's a screw missing back there. That's actually the hardest one to get to, so I can see why they didn't put it back. They probably didn't want to take this out. But I think I'm gonna try to put it back, but it's not a big deal if you don't put it back, because there are 3 screws. So you need to take this one out. You can use a Torx bit, which is a T15 or a T20, but I'm just gonna use a 7mm socket and get it out. So if you got a 7mm, I know this is hard to see. It's even harder for me to see. I'm working with filming, so take that bolt out. Now we got to go down below and take out the hush panel and stuff under here. So that's what we'll tackle next. Alright, so we're gonna start over here close to the middle of the car. Gotta take this one out. That one right there. If I can reach. Without breaking something. When I say breaking something, I mean breaking myself. Thankfully, these are already kind of like loose already, because really they're not that tight. They're just for there you go. So that kind of lowers that down out of the way. There's one. Take my trusty. Like I said, thankfully these are not very tight. I'll say that, and then this one's tight. Still not quite out. If you guys could see the position I'm in to even get this footage. How the sun's in my eye. There. Now it's up. And we got another one. Right. Let's see. Right here. Y'all see it? I can't. This one's tight too. And then it's funny, you just loosen it like quarter of a turn, and it's already loose enough to where you can't use the ratchet, or so you think. Then it tightens back up. See, now you can't use a ratchet. This is getting frustrating. Because every quarter of a turn, it just tightens right back up. Oh. I'm going to come back when I get this out. Alright, I'm back. So, once again, you have one right under here in the middle, and over here. So, if you can see where that is, you're below the dashboard on the passenger side. Then, once you get those out, you should, hopefully, unless there's another one, which there feels like there is. It would just be my luck that there's another one right there. Alright, then once you got that last one out, then this should come down. Now, hopefully this will give us enough access and I don't have to, get my light out of the way. And I don't have to take this all the way out with the nuts in the back. But you see this bolt right here? That's the bottom bolt to this unit. So I'm just gonna take my Torx, and like I said, you could use that 7mm as well, either one. And then that one comes out, and then once you have those bolts out, it's loose now. It'll come down. And I love how, yeah, you definitely can tell someone's been in here because that's completely broken. And it's like they tried to super glue it. Great. And you know who I think it was? Someone had the air conditioning done on this car before. And that's probably how they got into it. They just cut it and then glued that back. And the air conditioning never worked well on this car. And it was a professional shop, by the way. I think they're called 18 in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, so if you want your car hacked to bits, take your car there. So anyway, you should be able to slide this unit down. See how it's coming right down? And I'm going to have to JB weld that or something. So, let's see here. I got this line here. It just pulled right off because that wasn't letting me get this down any further. But actually, I'm going to take this vacuum thing off because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it down any further. I mean, it's taped here. I could cut the tape, but let me go get my new unit and show you how these two connectors come on. Alright, y'all, so this is my replacement unit. Got it from the junkyard. I just cut the lines because there was no need of me undoing all that stuff and sweating to death at the junkyard. But as you can see, this is how it sits in your car. So to get the vacuum lines off, let's see. Can you see that? This isn't my best camera. Sorry, guys. There's a nut down in there. And it's horrible to see on this camera. Let me see if I can. No. Zoom makes it worse. But anyway, trust me, guys. There's a nut right there. 7mm. So, and you're going to have to use a deep socket as well. Turn the camera right so you guys can see. So over this little bolt here, there's a nut at the very bottom. What you want to do is put your 7mm on there. You want to press down firmly when you turn, because the nut's not very big. And then just continue to loosen that nut, and you'll see it just eventually it'll come all the way off. See if I can show you guys now. All this crap's in the way. It's hard to see, but you see the nut down there? That's it. And like I said, sorry this isn't my best camera. My good camera is charging, but I needed to get this done. But I wanted to film it because I know nobody, I'm just gonna do this. Nobody has shown this process online on any vehicle that I'm aware of. But there's the nut there, and it came off of this little stud in the middle. And then once you get that off, should be able to pull that out of there. And see how the stud stays behind? So the nut actually clamps this little vacuum rubbery it's kind of squishy, it's a rubber boot thing down. So put that on there so I don't lose that. So that's how you're going to get that off. Now the electrical connector here, that tab there, push in on the tab. I know, hard to see, keeps moving. Wiggle the connector out. Fairly simple. So now I'm gonna go up under the dash and fight with mine, and but I just wanted to show you how to get those out, so you kind of have you can actually see, but you're gonna be kind of blind under here because you're working upside down. But I'm gonna fight with mine, get mine out, and then I'll come back when. All right, y'all. Wasn't hard as I thought. Here's my vacuum thingy that I got off. Here's the electrical line. And here's the unit. So let me slide this carefully down out of here. Carefully. Let's fucking pathetic. Whoever did that, you're an asshole. Just want to let you know that. Alright, so let's compare the numbers. To be honest, it looks like somebody's jerked with this before. See how the tape. This is why I like cars that are unmolested. Looks like the numbers are the same though. Part numbers. That's the junkyard one. That's my old one. Numbers look the same, 384466. This one has the original tape. You can tell this one's been jerked with. No telling who. No telling why. But I did say to myself that I thought about rebuilding this. But I don't know. Because I do have one of those motors. I was able to get one really cheaply. And I figured it'd give me a nice little project to play with. But anyway. Let's go back up in here with this thing. Let's make sure we put it the right direction. So, when you go back up in there with it, make sure you got your stuff in the right orientation. So it's going to be this way with your sticker here with the part number facing towards you. The black side of the box is going to be to your right. Cardboard side of the box is going to be to the left, or the driver's side of the car. So, let's see if I can slip this back up in here and show you guys at the same time. how talented I am. Just one hand. And actually what I'm gonna do is, since my stuff is broke down here, just come up to the top. I'm probably hitting something. I am. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the arm is kind of hitting that. See the, let's see. See me wiggling it? So just wiggle it gently till it comes on up. And then once you get it up there, you see right there, let's see. Right there you can see where your bolts go. Right in there. I know it's dark. Give me a sec. Get a screw here. Also get some light. Can you guys see that? Can you see where I got that in at? So see, now that my top one is in, I can go ahead and not tighten it all the way, but I'm gonna drop my socket, but I can snug it down. Come on. Freaking ratchets. Dang ass. That's not all the way in, but that's as far as I want to take that, so that I can get this one down here. Because this is what my broken catastrophe of a catastrophe is. And I'm not gonna fix that right this second. I just really don't have the time to fix it right now. It's not something that I knew was like that, but I don't like it at all. Okay, so now that you got it screwed in, it's stable enough for you to push the electrical connection in. See how that look. Yours won't do that. Your box won't be molested like mine. I hate mechanics. Anyway, take my little nut off. I had to. That's fucking pathetic. Now it's falling down. I'm gonna tighten this one up here all the way, because it's not gonna stay up unless it's tight. There's a slot in here to allow this to move around some, and now I see why that back screw back there is pivotal. And I'm gonna try to get mine in. See, because every time I really just kind of tighten up on that now, because that bottom is not stable. this ain't stable. That's bull crap. Whatever. And I'm dripping sweat everywhere. It's hot, it's humid. Alright. So now back down here where the catastrophe happened. So I'm gonna take the little nut off. I just put the nut on so I wouldn't lose it. It's the only reason it was on there. Oh, okay. That goes in there. That's why. And then I'm gonna put the thing through the hole in the middle. This little notch side, you want it to be toward the driver's side of the car. Then when you put it in there, it goes right in. Isn't that a novel idea? And then you want to take your little nut, fish it in between there, go right up in between there, get it started. Take your socket, put it on there, and then twist away. You'll know when it's getting tight because it'll These are pretty long kind of bolts, so there, now it's tight. And to be honest, don't need more than hand tight. That's tight. Then take this, put it back on this T, because that's the vacuum. That's the vacuum coming from your engine compartment that runs this thing. Alright, now what I want to do is, this is a junkyard unit, so I'm not completely sure that this even works. By the way, I didn't show taking this off, but common sense, unsnap that and take it off. That's your arm that controls the thing. Okay, so because I drip sweat everywhere, I mean, and I'm not talking like a little bit, I'm talking like I'm dripping. Okay, don't laugh at my watermelon. I took this back up. Sparky, sparky. And alright. Those are 5/16, by the way. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to actually test and see if this thing works, because we don't know if it works. And unfortunately, I don't know of a way for you to just hook it. I don't know of a way, shutting my extension cord up in here, of a way for you to hook it, just hook it to electricity and it work. It actually needs vacuum to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the car, and then see down here, we're going to do warmer. And we're going to see if the arm moves. See it moving, guys? Can you see it? It's moving slow, but it's moving. So it works. Because I did try to hook this thing up to electricity, and it just didn't. It needs vacuum as well. So it's great. It's freaking working. Alright, now it's all the way over to heat. I've got it on 90. Now I'm gonna take my arm here, and here's where things might get a little tricky for you. If you reach under here, you can a lot of times feel the arm, or you can use this to grab it, because it just sits down in there. It sits, I'll show you how it goes when I get it all the way snapping, but it sits like this. I think I showed it earlier in the video. but I just have been using it, reaching in here, fishing, getting it. Now you can take the 2 bolts out and lift the computer up. Cause see, you see where it drops out at right there? You can reach right up in there with your finger, and a lot of times grab the actual door arm, or you can reach under here and catch it. There it is. I feel it now. But you want to push this plastic all the way. You want that plastic all the way up, because this is what's going to sit down in that blend door arm. So you got to kind of be patient. And like I said, you could just lift. I think I got it now. Nope. And you can tell when you have it, because you can move that door. Let me do this with 2 hands. I freaking hate this shit. But anyway, let me do this with 2 hands. I'll be back, damn it. Okay, I'm back. When you got 2 hands, it's much easier. Do you hear it? So I got it all the way to the right. I got my arm, it's on max, it's on heat all the way to the right. And then you want to connect that. Make sure that stays in there. Alright, now I'm going to put this on. Ooh, I'm going to put it all the way as cold as it'll go. Don't worry about it's telling me low AC. So I got it on 60. Let's see if it's moving. It's moving. It's slow, but it's moving. That's how it's supposed to move. So, you know, in other cars, when you hear the vacuum and it doesn't have this actuated motor, I think the vacuum like dampens it, because like in my Bronco, when I do this, you hear the door shutting. But in here, you don't hear that. And I think that's a Cadillac thing, you know, it's supposed to be. You're not really supposed to know this stuff is working and etc., etc. But there you go. It's done. I'm going to put the glove box back in. I'm actually going to try to get that screw in the back since my thing down here is broke. Whoever broke it. I'm going to try to, I got a screw over here. And I'm going to, I got another one of these screws. I'm going to do my damnedest to get that back screw in the back. And when I get it in, if I get it in, I'm going to show you where it goes. So that when you open yours up, because hopefully yours hasn't been jacked with, and you'll know what to look for. So I'm going to take this one. I got a lot of extra of these. When I go to the junkyard, I just pull a lot of GM screws like this, because they are pretty much the same screw. And I'm going to try to get that one in, and then that'll be that. Alright, so alright, y'all. So see back in there? See your arm right there? See that bolt right past there? I got it back in. I did not have to take that off. I just used my T20 screwdriver, and it's just enough room for you to get that bolt in there. So I don't know if that person forgot that bolt, they didn't care or whatever, but you can kind of, let me see if I can show you. And I dropped my light. Can't see nothing without the light. Yeah, if you just fish this right back here, you got just enough to get it. Just enough angle to get it. So, alright, y'all. That's a wrap. So, till next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to put all these hush panels back. It's reverser removal. Just put all your screws back. You're going to have 3. You're going to have 1, 2, 3. And then this one on the very end bolts into this right here, right up under the console. So you're going to have 4 there. And in your glove box, you're going to have those 4. The one that went back here, the one that went here, the one with the fuses, and the one that went right there. And then everything will be back together. So hope that helps somebody. I know it ain't a lot of videos on these cars, but stuff go wrong with them all the time. I don't see many of them on the road anymore, but mine will live to see another day. We're going to keep rolling. Alright, y'all. Till next time. See you later.